Welcome, everybody. We're going live from Toronto, Canada. And this is the podcast where business meets growth. We talk about the business, the personal, and the creative. Today with us, we have Jason Wojo from Wojo Media. This guy is incredible. He's 21-year-old from Orange County, New York. And he's just the definition. His middle name, I think, is Hustler, isn't it, Jason?
I think
Your middle
so,
name is Hustler?
Yeah. I would think so. I would hope so.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So basically, ever since seeing social media from into what it's today, Jason has found an inspiration for seeing the new internet age as an opportunity to build a business online for others and, of course, for himself. So let's start with that. And I would like to start with, how did you get into all this? I mean, you're 21, you're pretty young, and you got into social media marketing. I saw the video on your website in mojomedia.com and your story there, and also on your Instagram, Jay Wojo, that video, the one that's featuring you, and heard a little bit about your story. But I would like to, if you can introduce yourself a little bit and share with the audience a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Orange County, New York. I got into social media originally because I worked at a financial firm. Originally, my first couple of jobs that I've had are, number one, I worked at a cafe when I was 16 years old, actually 15 to 17 years old. And then I stopped working at the cafe. And then I went to be an assistant for an insurance representative. So I worked there for a couple of years. And then during that process, I was also working at Staples part-time. So it was like a fun time in my life where I just worked. And I also went to school and I played tennis as well. So I was basically committed to four things. And then I left the insurance company. I wind up working at a golf club the summer of 2017. So I worked at a golf club. First day I got there, so I was working weekends there during the school year until I took the internship in the summer. First day I got to the golf club, they fired me on the spot. So I got fired on the spot, because I clocked. Listen, I got fired because I clocked in 10 minutes early, okay? They were that mad that I clocked in 10 minutes early because I was trying to get
early?
10 minutes early. I was like, you guys don't have $2? Are you serious? So
don't you just get a promotion if you get go work early, or
I don't know,
clocking in and going to work?
That's the thing, bro. It's like the whole society thing. That's why I never took another job again. Well, I did actually after that, just one, but that one was a very good opportunity for me, and I had to take that because first of all, the money was good, and second of all, the experience. So right after that, I stopped working for a little bit, and I was finding myself a little bit, trying to find out where I wanted to navigate, and then. I decided to apply for a job at a financial firm, and it was a marketing position to be the head of marketing, and it was supposed to be an internship originally. So originally it was an internship. I went there. I worked, every Tuesday and Thursday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then I got out, went to school until 9 p.m. and did that 2 days a week. And then I started getting more hours because they liked what I was doing, and it didn't really turn into an internship. It really turned into a full-time job, really, because I was doing work outside of there, and I got tons of experience there. And eventually I was basically the head of marketing there. So I was diving deep into, LinkedIn ads, Facebook, Instagram, content, professional video equipment, video editing, all these things that you would need as an agency owner like me to understand. So I worked there until about July. And then July 4th, actually, I wind up getting fired randomly. Did not expect it because I was the only one holding that.
That's a pattern.
Yeah, man. I started to realize that maybe jobs weren't for me. So
cool.
And then I went home, obviously. And then in the middle between that June and July, I started Wojo Media in April because I was learning so much at the firm. I said, you know what, I'm going to learn more about, and implement these things into my own business. So I wind up starting Wojo Media on April 21st, actually, of 2018, which was my mom's birthday. And then I wind up leaving that firm in July. And then ever since then, I've owned Wojo Media. But that's the main reason why I got into social media was because, first of all, last year, especially. I was growing a lot on Instagram, and I wound up getting hacked in December of last year. And I was really deep into Instagram. I had like 20K something followers, 20K plus followers. I'm getting it back up now, but followers don't really matter that much anymore to me. So, but
yeah, I think you're on right now.
Yeah, the basis of it is like I got into it and I wanted to like do something for myself, and I saw social media as an opportunity because I saw all these people online, you know, building businesses, and I was like, yo, like you could really work from your cell phone. Like I didn't really think that was a thing. You know, I thought it was like a fantasy, man. I was like, this can't be serious, like this can't be real. So then I decided to hop on the trend, and I started learning, I started taking courses, because bro, I was working for the past 4 years. Like I wasn't in the same financial position as other kids my age. I worked for so many years that I had enough money saved up to buy courses and buy mentorships, and because I didn't really have that many expenses, bro. I was living at home, you know?
Yeah.
So I had that cash flow, and I was throwing 500 here, 500 there, and like I was learning though. That was the thing. And like building the agency wasn't a bad cash flow for me. So I said, all right, cool. This is going to be what I do from here on out. Because like once I got my feet wet with it, I knew I was going to just go full force with it. So then,
So basically like at the marketing companies, like did that like give you some inspiration like about marketing? Like what happened there? Like it just gave me the
knowledge. Yeah, it just gave me the knowledge, and like while I was there, like they gave me like a lot of responsibility. Like they gave me a ton of responsibility, and I felt like I was my own boss there. Like that place was very like we were very close, and it was probably like the best job I've ever had. Until I stopped working at jobs, you know, like working for other people. It was probably the best 9 to 5 I had. It was cool. The people I work with, I still talk to this day in a group chat. We have tons of fun still, and we obviously keep close. But like, yeah, what I learned there was like responsibility, accountability, and then just work ethic, and then knowledge, basically in the marketing field. Like,
awesome, and for the people that follow, you know, want to just hear your story, because I know you're very active on Instagram, and you really just like have a story there. Like the people actually follow you like daily, almost like Gary V, and you really just like take people throughout like the grind, like the everyday grind. And for people that want to just continue following you on your story, where can they find you on Instagram?
My Instagram is at Jason. It's actually my fault. It's at JWOJO. You can find me there.
Nice.
Also, I am on Facebook, which is just facebook.com/Jason Wojo. That's where they can find me.
Awesome. And this is like a pattern with a lot of people that found success or found, you mentioned about knowledge and like the courses. So you're really just like went out of your way to go ahead and educate yourself, learn on your own in things that you were curious about. And, you know, and that's kind of a pattern about a lot of the speakers that we came on the podcast, that they went out of their way. It wasn't about like school or university or college or high school where you had to go to class and, you know, be taught certain things and just take courses that, you know, like math and English. It was like they went out of their way and actually got interested and had the curiosity about a certain specific topic.
Yeah.
So how important do you think it is to be curious about something, and how?
It stems from curiosity, but like until you actually implement it, then it becomes like an actual lifestyle. Like I was curious, but like, a lot of people are curious, man. Like I get hit up all the time. Hey, Wojo, teach me. Like, what do I do? And I direct them to my course, and it's a tank of gas, and they don't want to invest in a tank of gas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love how you say it's a tank of gas. It is actually like $25.
Bro, they would rather spend that on an Uber going out drinking. Like, you know what? I'm not gonna be the hypocrite. I go Ubering. I have fun at night. I do nightlife things, but I do it because I make money to do so. People who complain about their finances, people who complain about their finances, people who complain about their life are two completely different things, but they're still together. You know, like people want to complain like I don't have money, I don't have this, I don't have that. Now and like you're not doing anything, you're not striving, you're not gaining anything out of your activities. Like everything that you do is a behavior. Like you can decide to take that behavior and basically mound upon it, or you can take that behavior and audit it and change it and basically, you know, put it into your own version of what you want success to be. Because just like, you know, I know as well, a lot of people just, you know, make a bunch of their decisions based on, you know, failure, because people hate failure. People don't want to fail.
Yeah.
And then also, people also make decisions based on other people's opinion.
Right.
And
Right.
that just basically stems into the whole fact that, like I say, like, the one wallpaper that I have on my phone is Gary Vee's wallpaper, right? And it says "Make
Nice.
decisions."
Make decisions.
Make
Nice.
decisions. Every single day,
Nice.
like, you make decisions that are going to either make or break you. Like, you decide
Right.
what your next move is. You know?
Yeah. It doesn't say watch Game of Thrones or
and people always say,
watch
yeah,
the Raptors later tonight. I mean, we're still gonna watch the Raptors, and they're playing against Golden State, right? But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like action, take decisions, and really try for yourself. Like try and doing something and get the feedback on it, and then see where that takes you. So I mean, you've been grinding it out in New York, in Orange County, and then you made a decision. I mean, I've seen you also traveling all over the states. Like you're really, man, hustling. Like you're really getting on planes to go to see clients in other places. Like nothing is stopping you. You're almost like, you know what? If the money is down there, I'm gonna go get it. If it's like over there, I'm gonna go get it. Like I'm just gonna go get it. No matter what.
I don't more so look at the money. Like, I look at the opportunity. Like, and most of those events that I go to are because I work with a barber and he does barber shows, and I just basically travel with him and I record him, and we like basically travel the entire globe, like teaching these classes. And I'm his media guy, so I come with him. And like, I also went out there just for, obviously leisure stuff. I went to Florida, back in December, before I even wound up moving down here to see my boy Ryan and then Jenna, and they, are right through me now. And then, like, I want to go to more places here. Like in June, I'm going to Texas. 23rd and 24th, I'm going to Texas. I'm going to Dominican Republic soon this year. Then I'm going to Las Vegas in August. A bunch of things lined up for this year. I don't know. I think I might be going to Dubai next year. I don't know what's going on with that yet. I'm not going to say anything just yet.
Dude,
these are just things that
I'm coming with you, bro. If you're doing Dubai, I'm coming with you, man. That's one place I need to go.
So, like, basically, like, and the one thing that I really want to say is, like, my situation is not really, like, as great as people think, though. Like, people look at my Instagram and they think that I'm, like, living this, like, fabulous lifestyle. But, like, really, it's just, like, a lot of fucking work, And, like, I get back to my room, I got to work. I got to go to a client's house. I got to work. I'm going to bed at 12 o'clock at night. Well, guess what I've been doing for the past 4 hours? I've been working. I got stuff for clients. I got obligations. I have life obligations. Like, I got bills to pay. I got people to go see. I got doctor's appointments to go to. I got shopping to do. Like, I got, like, little things like that. Like, people, like, look at all these online influencers and they think that they're, like, living, like, some fantasy. But, like, it's really just, like, an everyday lifestyle.
It's really choppy.
What I do. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the reality of really building a business. Like, what I like about you, Jason, is like you're very authentic. You're just like you're just giving it to the people as it is. Like, this is what's going on. This is how I'm doing it. I'm building my business, and this is how it looks like. I'm on the grind. If I have to work 12 hours a day, then I have to do that. And you're really just very sincere about that, and that's how you're sharing it with your audience, and that's how you have such a an amazing following, and it's just increasing like tremendously, which is awesome. So that's really cool. So I mean. So that happened to you in New York, and then now you're in Orlando, and you tried to move your operation there, and you're expanding there. Is there like a main reason why? I mean, you're putting yourself under, you're being uncomfortable, and it's really hard to move to a new city, and you're documenting this whole thing through.
Yeah, and like first thing too is like to branch off that statement. Like, the reason why I did move here was because I did something that a lot of people are not willing to do, and I like doing things that people don't want to do. Now, I'm not saying here that I'm special, like I'm going to do everything that nobody wants to do, but like I wanted to take a risk. Like, I like doing those kind of little things, I like taking little risks here and there, and I just wanted to go all in on myself. Like, I knew I had potential. I knew I had the knowledge. I knew I had the people who could surround me to, give me that ambiance that I needed to grow. So I went from New York to Florida, literally in a split second. I made that decision in one day, because
really, like, what was the motive? Like, it's
the motive was like I wasn't happy. Like really, bro. Like one night I was in my room and I was just like thinking about life, bro. And I was just like thinking about like business, where I wanted to be. And bro, I just randomly started crying, bro. Like randomly.
Damn.
In the middle of my room, and I just do like from that point on, bro. And the next morning I woke up and I went on a Facebook group, and this house that I'm in right now was the first thing that popped up. And I just got the there and there out like immediately.
Wow.
Same day.
Wow.
So I just knew like I had to switch up my situation in order to grow, and like I didn't want to stay in my current situation. And second of all, like I hated the area that I lived in. Negativity, not a lot of people doing what I do. So I figured I'd go somewhere where people at least knew who I was, like knew my voice, knew what I was about, and like understood me as like a real perspective. I just bounced. Like that was it. Like I had the money to bounce. I had the business to bounce. I had the cash flow. So I said, all right, cool. Like those things you obviously have to knock off. Like you can't just have $500 in your account and just move somewhere. It just doesn't work that way. So obviously, you can be ballsy all you want, but there's also other things that are just like humanity things, like finance, like emotional things and stuff of that sort that like you have to like put in check before you make a move like that. And that's the way I looked at it, because like I wasn't gonna make that jump unless I think that I was fully ready. And for everybody listening, like there's never a perfect time to do something. There will never be a perfect time. So like it's either 60%, 70%, or 0. Like there's no in between. There's no 100%. Oh yeah, 100%. I'm perfect to do this. No, there's never a perfect time. And that's one of my mentor Greg Berry told me was that why are you not moving right now? This was probably a year ago, but I was still in school. He's like, drop out of school. I was like, I'm just gonna finish off school and then I'll go. And I did that day right after graduation. I drove down here in one day. So I got out, just drove literally, bro. So like, and that's what my mentor Greg said was like, there's never a perfect time for anything. So like a lot of you guys are like, oh, I'm going to wait till I, have this ready. I'm going to wait till this is ready. Or, I'm going to wait till I have this much in my banking account, which is also fine. Like if you need finance, like that's cool. Like that's understandable. But like at the end of the day though, like you have one choice to make. Like, how do you want to spend your time? You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you're waiting on that decision, it's going to keep crippling you, and you're never going to make that jump, and you're going to fall into like the society standards, and you're going to be
and it's
not grow, and you're not going to gain any momentum. Like me moving, like tons of momentum, bro. I was in the car, I was pumped, bro. I was pumped, man. People are like, oh yeah, you got to take a break. You can't be driving for that long. I said, no, I'm going to drive for that long. Bro, I drove the whole day. I did that trip in one day because I was so pumped up with energy. Because I knew that this was the right thing for me to do.
How many hours was it?
It was like 17, bro. It was so bad.
Holy damn. That's crazy, man. The most I've driven was like 10 hours, 12 hours.
Well, that's
and then after that, like I
had to take a break. I had to take a break like every 4 hours to get gas. So I would get gas, go inside the gas station, grab a cinnamon bun, iced coffee, and just like walk around a little bit, get my legs loose. But like, yeah, man, I made it. So
nice. So let's talk. So right now you're in Orlando. Let's talk a little bit about like more. Let's give the audience a little bit of value here. So you're running a couple business. Like I know you're doing trading. Trading stock.
I found a mentor for that as well. I find a mentor for everything, bro. I find a mentor.
Finding a mentor for everything. There we go.
Everything.
Right. Because they've been there. They've been in your place.
Yeah.
Right. Bro, they've been there, done that.
Yeah. I had my mentor for social media marketing and just marketing in general and sales funnels, which was Greg. And then I found my Forex trading mentor, which is David Romero. If he's watching this, you're the man. Number 3 was drop shipping. I want to get into building my own Shopify store, so I bought into Scott Hilsey's course. A lot of you guys who want to learn skills, you want to learn on your own, you think that going on YouTube, watching videos, watching free content. By the way, when you guys are watching free content, they're not giving you any value. Just letting you all know, when it's free, it's not going to be that valuable. Like when people say, hey, like swipe up and grab my free PDF, that's not going to help you. You need something that they're trying to sell you that's a monetary value, because that's where the value is. They want their bread, man. That's how it works.
Of course. I mean,
for free.
Yeah, I mean, if you want like the real deal, like the secret of really how things are done, step by step, you really gotta
like my
otherwise it's worthless, right?
like my course teaches people like the softwares that I use, but I don't teach a lot of people the psychology and actually going out and getting the clients, the phone calls, the walk-ins, the actual content process, how to set up content, how to edit content. That stuff you would pay me top dollar for. Like you have to fly me in. Like that's the kind of things that would have to be arranged. But the course is a mini course into the mindset of my business, like how I manage it, what softwares I use, how to use the softwares. But it's not like, oh my God, like, all right, now I know how to run a whole agency. Like, no, it's a lot more than that, because I don't even go into the full website development. I pay people to do all my stuff. I don't really touch anything in my agency except the clients, the client relations, the content, which I create and edit myself, and then the actual strategy behind it, the ads. But all the other stuff like emails, the website, all the IT junk, and then like, some graphics, I leave that to other people. And he talked about this, how you were not using Fiverr. A lot of guys who are paying attention to this, if you're trying to run a business, I can literally teach you, okay, for a tank of gas, how to start a business for less than $100, but most of you won't do it because you're scared. Like you don't want to put the work in once you're given the value. That's the thing. Like, they don't want to put the work in, so they'd rather just get the course, get that emotional feeling of being like, yay, I did something. Dude, I have people in my course right now, and I can look at the percentage of video watch. I have 85% of people in my course haven't watched the video yet.
Oh my goodness. Oh
so
my God.
It's the emotional feeling of being like, hey, I bought the course, but like, am I actually going to watch it and implement it? The answer is no, man. It's just no.
I think I think you just have it priced too low, dude. Like $25.
I know.
Again, it's a tank. Like it needs to be like at least like $500, like $4.99. You know what I mean? Like that's at least minimum for a course.
Those softwares I pay for, everything combined is almost over $300 a month. So
but I mean, for the people that are interested to get it for $25, where can they find the link for the course that you have, and what is the outline of the course? Just generally, like what does it go?
The course is basically how to brand an agency, get a website done, how to get graphics done, and then what I use to get clients for evaluations, for in-person consultations. I do free evaluations on businesses, and I basically, you'll get it when you get in the course, but. And then I go into then a little bit about content, not much. And then I go into Facebook ads. I go into Google ads. I go into setting up a business manager. I go into setting up a Facebook ad, copywriting. And then I just go into managing the clients, pricing, services. I'm basically giving.
Wow, that's a lot of value, dude. That's so much.
I give away basically everything, to be honest, which I probably shouldn't, but it's whatever. I'm about like the long-term game. Like I'm not here to take people's money. Like to everyone listening, like I don't care if you buy the course, because 8 people buy my course a day. So I don't care if you buy my course. So I'm going to get people organically. Organically, I get 8 people a day. Well,
awesome. And where can they find it again, Star?
Oh, when you go on my Instagram bio, so if you go to JWOJO, you can just go on my Instagram bio, hit the Linktree link, and it'll be right there with the
I'm going to put the link too in the comment section, like right now. Just going to find you on Instagram and just put it right there, Wojo.
If you guys want to actually learn a skill set.
Dude, that's like, that's nothing. That's peanuts. $25 for all that you just mentioned. So that's cool. So, I mean, for somebody right now that's like, let's say in sales, because I came from a background in sales too, and you did a little bit of sales, like insurance, and then you did marketing, and then you got into this. For somebody that's a little like hesitant right now, and they're like, they have a job, they have a 9-to-5, and they're sick of they're just tired. They're just tired of the daily grind of what they're doing, and they want to try something new. Like, what advice would you give them? Yeah.
Well, what you're saying is basically the mindset of someone who's comfortable.
Exactly.
The reason why they haven't left yet is because, first of all, they're too comfortable. Second of all, they're lazy. Third of all, they don't understand what it takes. And fourth of all, they're not willing to take the risk into seeing what it takes, because that fear basically just like deploys against them, like their power and what society is basically pushing against them. They can't handle it. So they rather just chill. Keep the 9 to 5, get the benefits, and just be them. Have kids, have a family, scrape paychecks. Like, that's what they rather do.
Yeah.
Because when you work a 9 to 5, bro, there's no freedom. If that was me, bro, I'd be pretty depressed, man, because I wouldn't be happy with myself, because everybody has a certain like growth potential that they should be seeking. Everybody's got their own potential. Everybody's got their own curiosity. And like the fact is, though, 9 to 5s cover up curiosity. They cover up creativity. They cover up a person's full potential, because they're basically jawed into, okay, I got to get this done. Well, guess who's getting paid at the end, bro? Someone else is getting paid at the end, and it's not you, really. The owner, the manager, whoever it is getting that dollar.
Yeah. And that's fine. You know, some people, as long as you're content, you know, having your job, that's cool. But we're talking about the people that are just struggling and just can't find a way out. It's just like you said, you need to be aware. You need to make a decision. You need to be not scared. Like all these things you mentioned. And you really got to trust your gut instinct. Like that feeling when you had when you were in New York. You just trusted yourself. You're like, hey, this is going to be better for me. I'm going to trust myself, and just have the courage to take that decision, to make that decision. Right?
Yeah, correct, man. That's true. I mean, like, when I first started, bro, it was tough, man. Like, I was going a month, 2 months without clients, you know, like, it's tough getting rejected 40 million times, and people don't want to deal with that either. People are like, oh, I hate getting rejected. You know, you go to the bar, you see somebody, you go up to them, it doesn't work out, you get mad.
Yeah.
And like when I go back to the make decisions, you all make decisions. So you can either decide to be positive or negative about everything that happens.
That's it.
You push through or quit. Like, that's your decision.
I heard you talking about that earlier in the morning on your Instagram. You drop a lot of like good shit, man, there. Like, honestly, like that, I'm always following you, and it's like a lot of value there, man. So yeah, really keep up the good work.
People don't want to hear, though. Like, people don't like to hear the truth, man. It's just like the way the world is. Like, bro, like, for example, right?
True.
I made a video about this while I was in Bermuda. It's on my Instagram. Basically, bro, like, all these people who got out of college, they're all like, yo, you know, college is the best 4 years of my life. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm pretty sure those were the worst 4 years of my life, because first of all, I think the whole mindset behind it is that people are scared to enter the real world. They're in college as a cover-up, because the truth of the matter is, man, people can say all they want. I've seen kids all around schools. I mean, obviously not around the country, but most of the parents are sending them money, carrying their weight, being their bank while they're there. You have no responsibility. You have no obligations. There is no accountability except, okay, you got to shower and read a textbook. Oh, wow. What a great responsibility you've taken on. Like, people don't understand. Like, you're going to college to get away from the real world, and you wonder why you're getting out of school, and now you want to go back to school because there is no responsibility. Now you're jumping to the real world, and you have obligations. Like, now you have to, like, actually earn a living. Like, you actually have to find benefits. Like, you have to go find money. Place to live. Some people don't even know how to freaking find a place to live. People will just rather go to college. They'll stay at their parents' house. They'll chill. They'll just ride the wave, bro. They're so used to it that they're comfortable with that.
Right.
And that's why I think college is one of the worst things ever invented, bro. It has caused.
Yeah, because it doesn't really teach you any life skills. Like, what you're talking about are all these like life skills.
No life skills, no street smart. Everything that you learn is from a textbook. You are basically organized in rows to accommodate to a teacher's preference. There is no room for growth. Like, there's no room for growth. And as I keep saying these things, people can disagree or agree. That's up to you. But the fact of the matter is, what are you going to do to get out of that situation? Because this is the path that 99% of people take. So what's going to make you that 1%? Like, what are you going to do to set yourself apart? And a lot of people are like, I work hard and, I provide for my family, but, like, you're not happy, though. Like, that's not enough to be happy. And people will tell you that they're happy, but they're not. They'll be like, yeah, I'm good. They're not good, man.
Yeah, yeah,
The other thing too that we can get into, but like people always talk about like like money doesn't mean anything, and like I'm fine scraping for bills, as long as I have my kids and my wife, I'm happy. Like, dude, the truth is,
yeah, yeah,
if you had money, you could do so many things. You could bond more with your kids. You could take more vacations. You could see the
exactly,
world. You could not be stressed about bills. People say
exactly.
those things because that's a poor man's mindset. Because they don't want to put the work in to make the money. They'd rather just take the 9 to 5 and just be like, I hate rich people. That's their mindset, bro. Because when people are
Yeah,
richer than them, they're always like, oh, why do they got to drive around that fancy car? Why do they got to say those things? Why do they got to do these things? Why do they get to go to these places? It's all
yeah.
resentment, bro, for things that they never, you know, did
Imagine.
themselves. Yeah. Or acted on. Like,
Yeah,
don't understand, man. It's like, it
yeah,
hurts me to see people who are like not satisfied with their life because there's so much to life and they just don't want to explore it, bro. They've settled. And it's
yeah.
hard to really, and like this is the one thing that Ty Lopez said, and this is from a psychologist that's been very well cited, Dr. David Buss, and he basically said,
Right.
at the age of 25, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, which means as far as people, ages 25 and up, they've already gotten to the motion of life. It's hard to save people from skipping out on that 9 to 5 and going into something else, because a lot of people look out for age 26 in America, man. When you're age 26, you got to find new health care. Kids are allowed to stay on their parents' health care until 26.
Yeah.
So for kids who are 26, it's time for them to grow up. And when you get that obligation of, okay, I need insurance, I need this, I need that, everything's going to skyrocket in price. Well, the fact is no one wants to take on the obligation. That's the thing, bro. No one wants to take that obligation on. And that's their fault, bro. That's not no one else's fault. People want to blame society. People want to blame the system. Bro, the system has nothing to do with anybody. Like, for everybody who's listening, like, if you think that the presidential election has anything to do with you, you literally are lost. Like, you get consumed in things that don't matter, like the China trade wars. Okay.
Right.
Things that you can't control as a person, you're getting consumed in. It makes no sense at all. You can't control it. You're not the president. You're not a part of the Supreme Court. You're not a part of the freaking, I don't even know what other things there are. I don't pay attention to the government. I don't care who's the president. It doesn't matter. Doesn't affect my income. Doesn't affect anything. Seriously.
Yeah, it's out of your circle of control.
Yeah.
Like,
and people want to take a stand. They want to say what the world should be, but like, you have to make the best of what the world is. Like, you want to change the world, then you can do it yourself. Like, stop looking at other people and try to be like, Trump should do this, Trump should do that. Like, go do it yourself. Like, what the hell? Like, you're sitting there on your couch eating potato chips. That's the fucking first problem that we got here. So like, society, bro, everybody likes to have that outside view because when you're in it, you have to do something about it, and people just like don't want to do anything about it. People would rather talk, man. Voice is the greatest word of action because people's physical actions mean more than words. That goes back to cliche, tried and true things. People can talk. Oh, I'm voting for Trump because of this, or I believe in this. But you've never acted on any of these things before. You can't talk on anything. That's why I don't vote. That's why I don't do politics. That's why I don't talk about any of this bullshit. The only reason why I have to even think about that is because I do trading. So I have to actually reason that in. Like, if Trump's about to talk, I have to kind of put a stop loss on my trades because you never know what's going to happen with him. So like, like, those things I have to pay attention to as a trader. But like, it still comes back to the same concept. Like, what are you going to do about it? Like, that's the one question I ask a lot of people, like my mom, for example, right? And this is not a shot at anybody, but like, my mom is that person who watches commercials for like Mercedes and like Infinity and all these car commercials. And she's like, I want that car. And I'm like, but you can't afford that car. Why do you want it so bad? She's like, because it's nice. But if you want it so bad, then go make more money and afford it. You're just comfortable with the status quo. Like, bro, when I moved, my parents were jealous, bro. I moved somewhere that they didn't freaking know how to go. Like, they don't know how to navigate that. Like, they were like, all right, have fun, good luck. Oh, we really got to come and visit you a lot because Florida's really nice. Well, if it was really nice, then why wouldn't you move as well? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, it boggles out of my mind, dude. In New York, we get, and I know in Canada, you guys get tons of snow, bro. My parents hate shoveling snow, bro. They hate shoveling snow.
Right.
Things in life. When you guys have problems, you don't want to find solutions because they require work. Like my parents hate snow. When it snows, they go out there and shovel it, but they don't want to move somewhere. Like it just doesn't make any sense, bro. It freaking like to me, it just boggles my mind, man. It just really like takes a dart and just like it makes me like sick to my stomach. Because that was the case, probably like, all right, let's sell the house, let's just move down there together. But no one wants to take that risk, no one wants to take that action, bro. Everything that you do in life is about action. You can either decide to do A or do B, and most people are doing B because B requires nothing. A requires long nights and low social life and loneliness and failure and regrets. Well, not regrets, but like regrets as decision making that can either win or kill you. Like people don't want to go through that because it's not safe, bro.
Yeah. They want to avoid the pain and just be comfortable, really. And really, honestly, I can't put it any better than that. Like just taking action. I think that's if I were to sum up, like, sum you up in just like one word, is just action. Jason Wojo, action. I think really hustle and action. That's like when I think about you, these are the two things that come to my mind. And man, I really respect you so much for that. And I think just the fact that you're doing stuff on a daily basis, just doing activity, and trying to get out of your comfort zone, to try new things continuously, that is really the road to achieving your dreams, achieving your desires, and getting that Infinity or the BMW or whatever it is, and hopefully you'll be able to buy one and just ship it to your mom back to New York.
Yeah, man, it's funny. Funny.
Just ship it down there, it's like, hey,
honestly, like before we
on her next birthday.
Like before we come to a close on this, like first of all, I just want to say, like, for people who may agree or disagree with what I say, like, I'm not an expert. I'm not someone who you should be looking up to more than other people. I'm just basically stating my opinion and everything. Like, if you don't like it, then that's fine. But right now, I'm, pretty happy, but I'm not going to lie to myself. I'm just trying to find myself still. I got to get settled into the new area. I'm not going to tell everybody that I'm happy. I'm not happy right now at a 100% level, maybe like 70. But the other thing, though, is that I just want everybody to understand that, like, self-awareness is the most important thing. Like, you want to find out, like, what's inside of here, then, like, go do things that stretch this. And, like, the only way you're going to be able to stretch your mind is if you stretch your willingness to do more. And if you're not willing to do more, you're going to be stuck in the same position that you were. And it's just that simple. That's what it really comes down to.
That's it. Damn, that's some good stuff, man. That's golden nuggets right there.
So, like, people want to start businesses. People want to do all these things. But, like, it all comes down to action. Like, it doesn't matter, like, what do I do when this happens? How do I do this? There's something called Google. Okay, it's a
Google.com.
And if you type anything in there, just trust me, you will find a solution because someone's got it.
Nice.
So, like, just understand that, like, all you guys think that, like, business is some, like, fictitious fantasy that people run, and it's like, most people just, like, make short-term cash, they dip, or they build a business that's based on a scam. Whatever the hell your viewpoint is, like, it comes down to work. And right now, I'm not at the place where I want to be. I'm not that successful yet, but I believe that I'm successful in my path. So that's what matters to me. I don't care what anybody else thinks about my path. I don't care what anybody else thinks about my viewpoint, my mindset, my assets, whatever the case may be. I only care about myself and the people who surround me who want to make me a better person. That's all it comes down to. So for a lot of you who are worried about, like, oh, there's all this drama in school, drama in the family, whatever the bullshit is, like, you got to get it out of your life. So if you're in a situation right now where you don't like where you are, then move. If you don't want to move, then you deserve to be unhappy. I'm sorry to say that, but that is the truth. If you don't want to take action, you deserve to be miserable. So I'm sorry for that, but it's just the truth of life. Okay, everything, like the new book that I'm reading right now. This book, everything is what, okay? It's curse word. I don't know if I'm going to curse on here, but
what's it called? What's the book called?
Everything is effed. A book about
right.
And people
cool. Yeah, let's show.
people want to talk so much about hope. People want to talk so much about the universe rewarding them. People want to talk so much about outside forces helping them. But the truth of the reality is the universe doesn't really care what you're up to or what you're doing. They don't really care.
Sure.
You're not the most important person on the planet.
That's fact.
You're the most important person to yourself. So for you to have all this hope for something, not really the greatest thing. It's your own hope in your own world. Like, no one really cares what me and Sal are up to right now. Like, no one cares that we're on a podcast. Really, truthfully, bro, no one is willing to jump off a building and sacrifice their life to watch this.
100%.
So 100%. That's the truth and the reality. And people want to act like their success and their decisions and their is like the most important thing to people. And it's not. Like, and the truth is, bro, everything is effed up. Like, the system's effed up. Life is effed up. Like, it just matters how you deal with it, how you swing through the motions, how you got L's, how you get W's. Like, that's how it is. Like, you can decide. You can decide to either base your decisions on hope or action, and that's what I want to say. And that's it.
Fantastic, and I think that's a great point to end our podcast with. Either base your life on hope or action. And really, there's no better way to put it. Jason Wojo from Wojo Media, thank you so much, brother, for joining us here at the TriFlow podcast. It's been a pleasure. I really would like to continue our relationship together, business relationship, and see where things go. And really, this is what the social media and digital marketing and this is what it's all about. It's about connecting with other people, whether they're people that are your mentors, people that are your colleagues, people that are in other places in the world, and just releasing all the limitations, because people think, oh, I'm in Toronto right now, so that's it. I just gotta be here, and that's it. And this is my life, and that's it. No, there are options. There you have access to people on Facebook, on Instagram. You have access to people. You have access to the world, and that's what we're trying to provide here. A global view on business meets growth, and just a different perspective. So thank you so much again, Jason, for joining us. It's been a pleasure, and would love to have you again on the TriFlow podcast. And for now, do you have anything else to say? They can find you on JWojo for Instagram.
Instagram also, for everybody who's watching, if you want to grab my course, go to the link in my bio on my Instagram. If you're on Instagram Live right now, get off this live, go grab my course. If you're watching the actual live podcast, go get my course. Go to Instagram at JWOJO. Go to the link.
And it's literally
grab my
tank of gas.
It's
$25.
It's honestly less than a tank. So if you can't afford it,
dude, it is less than a tank. That's crazy.
It's less than, if you can't afford that and you don't want to learn a new skill set, then I have empathy for you. That's all I'm going to say.
That's it. Thank you so much, Jason. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Really appreciate your engagement and your comments and your questions. And until next time, next week we have a very special guest, Corey Alif, one of my first personal development mentors. He really got me into this whole jazz. I'm very excited to have him next week. And he is Mr. Grant Cardone, Canada. Corey Alif, I'm going to tag him right here. Check him out. Check out his profile. He's going to be joining us next week, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much, and everybody, peace.